I am open to the evolution of my soul. My mind is alert. My heart is receptive. My next steps are here and now. And so it is. All right. Thank you. First, the joke. Man is approached by a charity worker and asked, "Would you like to participate in our marathon? It's for charity." And just as the man's about to say no, she says, "It's for the disabled." And the man thinks to himself, "Maybe I can win this one." Oh. Oh boy. Well, there's endless possibilities. Are there? Are there endless possibilities? And no. It's both. Another paradox. And we're going to walk through that today. We are each unique emanations of the divine who have come here to express our uniqueness. To be unique means it's not endless, because if we were all in endless possibility, we would all be the same instead of the unique expressions of the divine that we actually are. The real answer to are there endless possibilities is it doesn't matter. It's not even relevant. What matters is what possibilities are available to each of us, and I promise you that you have more than enough to create a life of your dreams. That's what's important. Not whether it's endless, but whether you have everything you need for the possibilities of expressing the life you want to express. I mean, in fact, in any given moment, there's really only two possibilities on the first level. That possibility is this moment will create in a way that you want it to or not. Right? When it comes down to it, there's actually only two in any given moment. It either works out the way you want it to, or it doesn't. The key to the next level is looking at, even if you think it's not working the way you want, that on some level it actually must be, even though you can't see it right now, and in that is the possibility in which you can rise. Because week after week, I am reminding, day after day, moment after moment, I am reminding myself, and then on Sundays reminding you guys, that the only work there is to do is rise. And that our GPS, our internal intuition, is not guiding us to the doingness. It is guiding us to the beingness of that greatness of the unique emanation in which we are. That is really the key here. Are you guys with me? All right, let me try this. I'm going to say this a little bit differently. Maybe. Going to try. It's a possibility. What we are doing here is learning how to be. And it is in our beingness that we then express the best of what it is we came here to do. But if what we are doing is worrying about our doingness or keeping our focus on the doingness, we are missing the true intuitive power that is within each of us to guide us to being the best we can be. And so inside possibilities is, who do you want to be in this moment? How can you rise to being that person? It's easy when things are going great, right? when everything's working out great, you're probably the nicest person you know to be. When things are going great. But I don't know about you, but every time things start going south, the first thing that goes south in me is my kindness to myself and those around me. And that's then the first thing I need to remember to bring back forward when I'm not feeling it. Do any of you go through something like that where you're not feeling so kind? And so what comes out may not be so kind. How you express and behave may not be the best you wished you'd had in that moment. But that's the opportunity that each of us have all the time. You know, it's easy to look at other folks, in other countries and go, oh my God, or other cities, and look at all the violence that's going on there. And yes, it's really good that we come together to work together to improve that. But the key here is, and what I loved about Lynn McTaggart's work as I continue to read it, is all the data she has on the people who are doing that work, who are doing the work of intending, how it's changing their lives. That's why we start off the meditation with you in your own heart, me in my own heart, us in our own hearts, because that's the place where we get to feel that healing. That's the place where we get to feel that kindness. That's the place where we get to feel that sense of peace that then we get to bring, like Karen was saying, being the change we want to see in the world. Because that's what we want. That's what I want. I want to be clear that what I want is to be the change I want to see in the world. That's my stance. And so I take that stance into each moment of my life, and sometimes I do really well with that, and sometimes not so well. What I've gotten better at is not beating myself up. I have this new possibility that is open to me that I don't have to beat myself up when I live up to my own personal standard. Instead, I get to go, oh, okay, I'm going to do better right now in this moment. One of my favorite lines from one of my mentors is, it's not what you do first, it's what you do second. And I really hold on to that because it really helps me to, instead of spending the second moment beating myself up for the first moment, then using the second moment to rise. Okay, time to rise. Okay, time to rise. Okay, time to rise. Again and again and again. Isn't it wonderful how many opportunities we have to rise in the world? In any given day, in any given hour. And then what I love is when I do rise, when I do reach that new moment, when I do come to that new place, it actually shifts everything. Dr. Holmes, one of his quotes is that transformation does not rectify, it transmutes. That means that if you're actually transforming yourself, it's not going to fix the situation. It's not going to automatically make the cancer go away, get you into a new relationship, have the new job show up, the new house, the new car, the abundance flow in. That would be rectifying. Transformation gets you to a place where you become the beingness of health, become the beingness of doing the work you came here to do, being the beingness of abundance. That's transformation. And then everything seems to flow a little differently. Now, does that mean that all of a sudden, you live happily ever after? I don't think so. I think all it means is then you get more opportunities for the next transformation. Because that's what we're doing here. Some people, and I am one of them, when I was back in my 20s, when I felt that first epiphany and transformation, I remember I was sitting in a room with a couple other people, and one of them was a guy in his late 40s, early 50s, and I'm in my 20s, and I'm sitting there going, I got it. I'm enlightened now. This is it. And the guy the 50-year-old broke out laughing and goes, that's only the first of many. Wait. You're just beginning this journey of transformation. So the possibilities that keep showing up are the possibilities of transformation given whatever occurs is the opportunity we're dealing with in any particular moment. And because we're offered so many opportunities, we will rise in some of them and miss the opportunity in others, and it's okay because guaranteed there'll be other opportunities coming along. You're going to have plenty of opportunities to rise throughout your life. Tons on a daily basis. We all do. And that's the beauty of it. You know, I have been one of these guys who has sat around going, how come I got to rise all the time? When is this other person going to rise, or this and that? You know, has anybody else ever thought that, said that? How come it's me that's always got to rise? And then I realized that's because I'm the guy who came in and said, I want to transform. I want to be the change I want to see in the world. Well, that means I'm the guy who has to rise. Now, maybe the other person will rise too, maybe not. It doesn't even matter because that's their journey, and we, as unique emanations of the divine, each get to have our own journey and how it unfolds. And you have zero say over somebody else's journey. You can try to have say. I know parents do everything they can to have say over their kids' journey. But in the end, what really happens is those kids have their journey that they're going to have anyway. I mean, I look at my son and all the things I tried to teach him that he decided not to learn. Instead, he learned other stuff that I didn't even know he was learning, and taking his life in the direction that he wanted to go, which is fairly miraculous when I look at what he accomplishes in life and how he lives his life, which blows my mind, but it's his. And then I look around at other people and see how everybody, each of us, has this unique way of being in life. No two of us is the same. Now, we have this thing where we like to be in space with other people who are similar to us, because it makes us feel comfortable. And one of the things that we like to do here at the center is open up to as many possibilities of emanations of unique beings as we can that want to join us, because all are welcome here. Doesn't matter what your emanation is, you are welcome here with open arms, and I really want to get to know you. I want to get to know the unique emanation that is you. And there are others here who feel the same about each other. And that's the beauty of the possibilities. So it doesn't have to be endless. It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you have whatever opportunities and possibilities you need for you to rise, for you to become who you have come here to be, so that then out of that beingness, you can do stuff that you didn't even know you could do. I mean, when I first decided to get up here and talk without notes, I didn't know I could do that. I mean, I kind of thought maybe. But then week after week, I dig into my heart, I get up here, and then things come out of my mouth, and afterwards I go, did I just say that? And it's really fun when you're willing to step out of whatever you thought was, realistic, whatever you thought was the limited possibility that you thought was going on. Endless doesn't matter. What matters is, I guarantee you, within you is every possibility you need to have you rise, to be the person you have come here to be. And I don't know who the person you have come here to be. Maybe you're not clear on it in yourself either. I can tell you that it's there, that it's special, that it's unique, and that it's yours to bring, and that life is incomplete without it. Not a single person, I don't care how many billions of people are on this planet, not a single one is lost. Not a single one doesn't matter. Not one. Everyone is a unique emanation of the most high, the most powerful, the most present being there is. We are all out of the same one and unique in what we bring. You are special. You have a gift that is yours to bring here, to be in life with, to hold, to share, to intermingle with. This is what we do. We bring our specialness to each other, and each of us gets touched by each other, and in that way we all get to rise together. And that's what we're truly after, right? It's not just us rising in our own little lives. It's how our impact is in that rising on the whole, in the ways in which we help each other, we support each other, we're there for each other. That's what community's all about, and that's what I love about this community, is how we keep stepping up for each other in whatever ways seem to pop up that are the opportunities for us to rise. So I encourage you to join in on that. Join in on finding out what it is we're doing around here to support each other in rising, because it's beautiful, it's wonderful, and it feels amazing. So one of the things we've started doing each week is inviting one of you up here for a healing. And that healing doesn't mean you're sick. It just means there's something you want to transform in your lives, and you want to use the energy of the entire room to get it there. So who's going to be our person this week? Come on up. So tell everybody what you want us to know for you. Just what it is you want us to know for you in prayer. It's okay.
I'm just going through that time.
So you want your circumstances to shift, or is there something internal you want to shift?
Internal.
Rise to your highest and best?
Mm-hmm.
You good with that?
Yeah.
All right. All right, we need 8 to 10 people coming on up. Yeah, stand here. Right. And put your hands on her. And everybody in your seats, and everybody standing, take a deep breath, close your eyes, and relax. Tell me your name. Alex? And let us all know for Alex. Let us start with our own hearts. Feeling that light. Feeling that healing. Feeling that love. And now, feel the room together in healing, love, and light. And as a room of knowing, as a room of love, let that descend on Alex, curse through every cell of her body, this healing, this love, this light. Imagine for Alex her life soaring, rising to the highest of her beingness, of who she has come here to be. Imagine her life filled with the goodness of love, health, well-being, joy. And she is fulfilled in her life purpose. Imagine her life as fulfilled. And I am so grateful for the powerful, creative beings that are here today, the spiritual power that we emanate and express, and the way we support each other in life through this spiritual essence that now flows into Alex and through each of us. release this knowing it to be so, as we all say together. And so it is. A possibility of healing, a possibility of wholeness, a possibility of rising to something greater than ourselves. We do that together as a group, we do that as individuals, and we take it out into the world, and it's beautiful. Thank you. I love you.